President Donald Trump has taken drastic steps to ensure a compliant Pentagon, firing America's top general and removing several other senior military officials. Trump's most senior military advisor, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Charles C.Q. Brown, and Chief of Naval Operations Admiral Lisa Franchetti were both dismissed. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has also announced a search for new military legal officials at the Air Office, Army, and Navy. In an interview, Trump's Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said, and I quote, "These changes are necessary to realign the Pentagon with the president's vision and eliminate distractions like DEI programs."
And I have a lot of respect for CQ Brown. I got to know him over the course of a month. He's an honorable man, not the right man for the moment. Small group of insulated officers who perpetuate the status quo. Well, guess what? Status quo hasn't worked very well at the Pentagon. It's time for fresh blood. So we're going to open up those positions to a broader set and a merit-based process to find the best lawyers possible to lead the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy. There's nothing about purging. There's nothing about illegal. We've made clear from the beginning, Shannon, the military will be apolitical with a fidelity to the Constitution, prepared to close with and destroy our enemies. One thing people haven't noted yet, which I'll share, is we're going to take, those are 3-star billets, but traditionally they've been 2-star billets over time. There's been lots of inflation in the ranks over time. We're going to return those billets to 2-star billets. We're going to shrink the size of our headquarters units.
Propagandists who say they're going to share messages that the West essentially abandoned Ukraine.
Vladimir Putin can attempt to take all the victory laps he wants. The reality is the president is focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's stopping the killing and the destruction across Ukraine and ensuring an enduring peace.
Russia attacked unprovoked into Ukraine 3 years ago tomorrow.
Fair to say it's a very complicated situation. We know who invaded who. We understand the stakes of this game.
Brown, the first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and Franchetti, the first woman to lead the Navy, were dismissed without cited performance failures. The move signals Trump's preference for officials who demonstrate unwavering loyalty over those providing independent military counsel. Trump's clashes with military leaders came to a head in key moments. Afghanistan, he pushed for a full withdrawal despite internal resistance. Syria, Mattis resigned after Trump ordered the pullout of US troops. Protests. Following the George Floyd protests, Trump's use of force near the White House drew sharp rebuke from former generals. January 6 riots. After the Capitol attack, General Mark Milley called his Chinese counterpart to assure stability, leading Trump to later suggest Milley should be executed for treason. With this latest purge, Trump is doubling down on securing total control over the Pentagon. Hegseth has hinted at massive personal cuts in defense spending, signaling more changes ahead.